Hello everyone, my name is Samino Imperial. I'm a T-Rex VTuber for anyone who doesn't know me. It's good to see you all here. Hope you're all doing well, and welcome to the Genshin Impact stream of the week. Welcome, and I see right off the bat we got Quadra here. Congrats on doing first. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, and hope you have a good time here. Take the Among Us. I will, and also, hello Dine. Well, I saw there were some issues with autocorrect there. Yeah. Also, yep. I'm pretty sure for you and also anyone else who was here during the last Genshin stream, you may be surprised to see someone here today. Just before her banner was closed, I did finally manage to get Furina after doing a lot of exploration around here. Actually got a couple parts of Sumeru finally up to 100% in exploration progress. Plus, I also did have to do this one event over here completely off stream. It was kind of short, so I guess it's not that big a deal, but, you know. It was voice line, so I kind of feel bad about it, but... But also, Quadra says, hey, we got Furina. Yep, we sure did. And that means the Dino won to 50-50. Mm-hmm. It's probably thanks to, what happened with Skarmosh a while back, but yep. Now I got my three-fourths Archon team. Actually, you know, I'll say full Archon team. I consider Yoimiya the Pyro Archon until Nathlon comes. I don't care. She's the Pyro Archon to me. Alright, but anyways, let's get back into the story. Apparently it was all the way over here, my bad. There we go. I have been trying my best to build her up. Unfortunately, the only issue right now, I haven't had too much issue beating up the new boss that I found, but it's more so these things here, the local specialties. I've been able to find their locations, but apparently some of them are locked behind a quest line that I don't want to do. And for the normal ones, I can still get a lot, but I need to wait 2 days for them to respawn. And I don't remember exactly when I got the first ones for Furina, so anywhere between like 1 day to maybe the next couple of hours. I'm not sure. But I think I did alright with what I have. I think 23,000 max HP is respectable. I did look up like how to build her up, and I think everyone says to go for HP. And I did get her to max HP out of every character I have right now, I think. I think Ito is the second highest. Yep, definitely. None of the artifacts I don't feel like are particularly good, but I got 2 Hearts of Death once that were good on her, so he's got Hydro bonus, that's good. Let's see. I also can't tell if, I think this one, yeah. People say either this one needs to be HP or Hydro damage, I think, if I want her to be a main DPS or something like that. I don't know which one I should go for, but also, Roger says, I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is no disrespect to Wanderer, but Furina is way better to win the 50-50 on. I think so too. I mean, I like Wanderer, but I mean, this one is a god. Plus healer / good attacker from what I've heard. Also, Quadra says, 24k is pretty good, not gonna lie. Thank you, and yeah, for right now, 24 is alright. Alright. Also, see Asian Dino is here. Hello. Hello there, Asian Dino friend. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. It's good to see you here. Hope you're doing well, and hope you have a good time here at the stream today. Welcome. Also, gotta say, I feel like the substats here are really darn good for Furina, but I don't know if the attack is it. I feel like the main one is the only issue here. I feel like I most want to get rid of this one. The others I feel like I'm alright with until I can get the right thing for her. I think it's supposed to be from this domain all the way over here. This one, I think. So Quadra says, honestly, go for which one you get first. Hydro or DP, HP is great either way. Alright. That's all I gotta say. I really love this idle animations. It's adorable. Alright, let's go to Hotel de Bots. Quadra says, I tried to get Furina and I got 85 pity. Hey, that's rough, buddy. Maybe next
I came here
time.
several times with my father when
Hello,
I was
Navia.
little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Alright.
Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life.
Also, Quadra says, also the duality of Dino is funny.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
Alright, sorry about that, I'm back. Roommate had to go get his jacket.
You, sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Oh well, I guess this is the end of the Fontaine story. Oh well. Anyways. Certainly worth celebrating, I guess.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Also, oh geez, look at OBS. It looks like a lot of frames are dropping. I don't know why. I guess the Wi-Fi is not doing so well on campus. Hopefully it'll be alright during stream, but I'm not sure. Look at my phone. I feel like the frame rate is dropping a bit. I guess maybe it might have something to do with campus. Like we're nearing finals week. I guess maybe a lot of people are using the Wi-Fi. Oh well. And also the Quadra says Furina to the community before a certain point. Well, get wrecked, brats. Dino to Furina. You're cool. I like you. At Pats. And then Street Fighter community to NPCs. Bro, I don't want to hit these people. The Dino. You know, for some people I am nice to, for others I want to destroy. Just cuz. Also, Quadra says, it dipped a bit, but we good. Okay, that's good. And look at my computer. I think it's at like 2 bars for Wi-Fi. And we have so far lost 15,092 frames. So I'm not sure that's good. Hopefully it'll be okay. I think it might just be a little bit of stream lag at this point.
Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food.
Yeah, look at my phone. It's like a few seconds behind.
Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward.
Come on. Okay, OBS says reconnection is successful. Oh, there we go. We're back. Hello, everyone. Okay, hold on. Let's see. And, yep. Okay, yep. I see it. I love it when Twitch decides to constantly, like, cut, stream VODs in half. Very helpful. But it's good to be back. Hello, Quadra. Yeah, we dip in, like, dipping sauces, but now we back. Yeah, like I said, the internet is not looking too good right now, so... we gotta get used to that, I guess. Good old internet. I think that's one of the main things I'm looking forward to when I'm getting back home. In about 3-ish weeks.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking! We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct.
Oh jeez,
It's not that I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters.
Asquad just says, oh no, internet, how dare you. Oh god, I'm seeing it. OBS is, going nuts right now.
It's easy to guard against and
Jeez.
deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough. Which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists.
Would you like to continue talking about this, Navia, while the internet continues to destroy itself?
Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through, where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
I feel like I want to try seeing if, like, maybe changing the graphics could maybe help, because I think I might have turned them up a bit high a while back.
It's all right.
Squad just says we back to stable frame rates. I think
This was supposed
so.
to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further
Look at
interest in
OBS
this
though,
business,
it's
right?
there are issues going on, but also Quad just says, oh no, the heavenly principles are attacking the internet. It's gonna take the internet away like it did the Abyss sibling.
Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
We wanted to ask a Hydro Archon for some information. And she's on my team now, so I can ask her whenever.
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
As a Quadri says, I think it's the bitrate amount. How do I fix that?
So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Furina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
You have my attention, ma'am.
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind?
As a Quadri says, we didn't have the chance to talk to her after. Furina. I'm right here. Hello?
Well,
She's just like a
one way
ghost
would be
to the
infiltrate
side
a
alongside the
performance
rest of the
troupe at Opera
teammates.
House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Furina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Don't you think?
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions.
I think we're gonna get put on trial if we try doing that.
I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Yeah, there's that.
Valid point. I overlooked that part. I was just thinking about leveraging a person's desire for sleep.
As a Quadri says, I'm sure Lady Furina is eager to see the end, Furina. I'm right here. Stop ignoring me. I'm just imagining, like, Ghost Furina just raging out in the background while the rest of the teammates, also as ghosts, are just kind of watching. Just waiting for the cutscene to end.
All right. No more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break.
Rude, but possible, I guess.
You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
Alright.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense. Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot.
Also, I was very scared just now. I saw OBS went down into red or something. I don't know what it is, but like the little bars went down to red and now they're back to green. So I think we're okay.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Please don't tell me the pickpocketer is still here.
Was this your drink? Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
Okay, I was gonna say, if the pickpocketer is still here.
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
You know, I just want to say, you know, how these two dialogue options are nearly identical. Whereas the Trailblazer from Honkai Star Rail would have a lot more variety. Anyways, Quadra says, no, my orange Fanta.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia.
There we go. And there's there was Furina. We had a chance to actually play the game. Maybe go into the graphics and see if that could help the stream, but alright.
Paimon can barely float anymore. Can't you see Paimon's barely an inch off the ground?
Nope, you're about floating as high as you normally are. A squad just says, you know, after what happened to the macarons, I've been so sus of food. Same honestly now.
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
Is she gonna be like Mona? Like she's constantly out of money?
Hey, Navia! What are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Yep, I feel like it is.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your request the highest priority.
That's nice.
In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
See ya!
Also, Quadra says, this story's a lot funnier knowing that you have the Hydro Archon. Yep. It's like, we're on our way to meet the Hydro Archon. Just like, I'm right here. Wait, we have to do all this stuff to meet Furina. I'm right here. Man, I don't think we're gonna be able to do this. I am right here. Nah, but anyways. Everything seems to have gone back to normal, but maybe I should stop having everything on high right now. Let's see if that can maybe fix things. Oh. At least for the rest of the stream, hopefully it'll make things better. I don't know. Possibly not, but I just want to see what I can to reduce the scuff that's been happening so far today. Also, gorgeous. Also, I like her hair. I like her hat a lot. It is a very nice hat, and her glowing tail ribbons. Oh, do you mean like these things? They do look nice. Actually, wait. I remember. I watched a video recently, and it told me something. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I was right. I don't think I paid attention to it during the trial from last stream, but Yeah, she could change outfits. I don't know which one she is in canonically right now, but I want to go for the one with the longer hair.
Just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
Yeah, I like this one. I mean, they both look fine. I couldn't tell the difference beforehand, but I want to go with this one. Get that teleport waypoint over there first before we go. Also, Quad just says in the back, and also strike a pose. Strike a pose. Strike a pose. The Quad just says there is in fact lore reasons why she has two outfits. She'll figure it out later. All right. I am intrigued. Does it have something to do with her other eye? Does she have like two personalities? Is it like a hidden power thing? Like I'm thinking of like Sela and that other girl from I think it's Honkai Impact 3rd from what I've heard. Like she can go into like a red version of herself or something like that. Here we go. Also, Quad just says, I'm not telling. Alrighty. Also, looking down at OBS again, because I am very nervous. It looks like we're in the clear. I think. I don't know how long that's gonna last, considering what just happened earlier, but we'll see. Okay, hold on. I want to go, into OBS again. Not OBS, I'm gonna go here. Hold on. I want to check to actually see, like, did they actually cut, the VOD in half,
Tea
or?
parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to
I
learn
think
the
it did,
proper
yeah.
etiquette,
Or-
I'd be happy to teach you.
Is it? It might be cut off? I'm not sure, though. The time is really close to where we are right now, though, so maybe it's not cut off. I'm not sure, though. Also, I heard, Furina mentioning something about tea parties. What's that about? What's that? Alright, but anyways. There's the fountain.
There aren't many people around anymore.
I remember hearing something about the
It's not that
fountain
we
and
took the
Furina,
earliest
but I
one
forgot what
and
it
the
was.
last one.
Vache.
Oh. Oh, I think I remember, actually. I think someone's... Or, I don't know if someone said, but if it might have been a video I watched. But I think someone said you could hear Furina's voice, inside the fountain at some point.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again? Ugh. That's kinda spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vache. Vache.
Ashe.
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the water.
I can feel strong emotions. Things are getting blurry.
Huh? Hang on. Paimon can kinda hear a
Oh.
voice. It's calling for Vache, right?
Yes.
Hey, Traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
And then the traveler woke up face first in the fountain. Face first. And then he got arrested for oh. That's an Oceanid. I was gonna say. And then like Aether wakes up getting arrested for being a public disturbance. Hello there, Oceanid. What you doing?
Are you my dear Vache?
No.
No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache?
Azaquad just says,
You know where
traveler
my
falls
love is.
down, wakes up in Skyrim. One guy. Hey you, finally awake? You're just in time to watch the player install a whole bunch of Skyrim mods. Look, there's Thomas the Tank Dragon right now.
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know.
Wait a minute. During the last thing I played before I went to before Fontaine, wasn't there that one lady running an amusement park who was an Oceanid in disguise? Was that story connected to Fontaine, or at least like a little bit?
My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst.
Azaquadra says yes.
Never
Oh,
recovered.
was she from Fontaine? Or...
How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten?
Man, this is gonna feel real awkward. Whenever I have to farm Oceanids again. If I ever have to farm them. But also Quadra says yes. It was foreshadowing preview for Fontaine. Oh. We're once human?
Yes, that is what I was once.
Hmm.
But now, I am but the consciousness of one who has lost their form.
Ah.
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim.
Oh. She be one of the girls who was dissolved. Oh no. Also, Quadra says, I like Oceanids, except the boss one. Oh yeah, the boss one sucks.
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril.
That might have been a bad idea.
No matter where I went, Vacher would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me, and I also loved him equally as much.
Is this gonna be like Bailu's story quest where this Oceanid is like extremely in love with this guy Vacher, but he's gonna turn out to be like a jerk?
But now, we can
Is he gonna be like the mastermind behind all this or something?
The pain of such parting. I never knew how heavy it could be.
So you need me to find him?
No.
Yeah.
Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories.
Well, okay then.
The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vacher, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember.
Jeez. Oh. Alright, I'm back again. Alright, we may have to come in again. Alright, here we go.
Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vacher.
Sorry about all the
above
scuff that's been
surface.
happening today, guys.
His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing. If only I could have comforted him, told him that I did not suffer. Indeed.
Oh god,
I had
wait.
felt a great warmth.
Yeah, if Vacher was there when she got dissolved, could he have been the one to put the primordial seawater on her? Lots of Quadra says, today has been a very scuffy day for me too. Oh no. Yeah, it do be like that apparently, but also, he was a witness?
Is that what you call it? Dissolving. If anything, I consider it a form of release.
Really?
It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace. like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety.
Alright.
I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think.
Ah, alright. I wonder how much time has passed in reality.
Farewell, then.
Alright.
I am glad that you were able to...
I'm actually just like the
sense my
hyperbolic
presence.
time chamber, and we've actually
Remember,
been in here
if
for
you
like a
see
year.
Vache, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Alright. Oh, we did fall. Oh, it's it's pre-rendered. Oh, whoa, what? Well, what's going on here? Oh, Navia. Oh, it's the NPC dudes, the cool ones. What are all these robots doing? Yo?
Demoiselle, look out!
Oh, yikes. Alright, there we go. Aether, you got this.
God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
So, what they do... Oh, it's the lady with the guns.
Chlorand?
Claviand. Oh, okay, she's not with them. Okay. I thought she was. Oh, boy, she's... No, that's a sword right now. Okay, I thought she still had her gun.
Quick, now's our chance!
Ooh. Ah, damn. That was awesome. She's going Sela on the... Oh, there's the gun. Oh, her and Navia together? Alright. You know, the color schemes actually do kind of complement each other now that I think about it. Hello. Can you explain what's going on?
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand.
There we go.
Before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I wanna know how Navia showed up here. We were just by ourselves. We touched the fountain, talked to an Oceanid, and then suddenly we woke up in a battlefield. What happened? Also, Dr. Forrester is here. Hello there, Forrester. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by the stream today. It's good to see you here. Hope you're doing well, and hope you have a good time here with us. But also, I got it. Flood Fontaine with a tsunami of primordial water, so everyone there can be peaceful. I don't think that's a good idea. Actually, wait. Isn't that exactly what the prophecy is supposed to be? Like, people have been saying that Fontaine is slowly but surely flooding. And then eventually everyone's gonna die except for Furina. And then she's gonna be like crying or something. But also see Quadra says, oh no. PG-13 Lies of Pi. Also, hello other wife. Lies of Pi gameplay be like. And Forrester says, alas, pretty blue sword gun woman. I cannot betray Haman-sama, my devotion.
I followed you.
Huh.
It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
I mean, she basically suggested that we stalked Furina, right? She says something about us, like, hiding under her bed so we can talk to her. I mean, you didn't do it yourself, but you can't entirely be the one to judge here, Navia.
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust.
Who's Mrs. Callus?
He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father.
Oh, your dad. Did she mention anything about her dad beforehand, or... I don't remember.
Sorry, Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
You did alright, Silver Dude. What about the dude with, the older
Thank you
dude?
for your aid, Miss Clorand, but
There
do
he is.
keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Also, Forrester says, quick question. Chimichangas or Mongolian beef? I haven't tried chimichangas before, but I have tried some kind of beef. I don't know if there's anything special about Mongolia beef, but I want to give it a try, probably. I mean, heck, I remember, during Thanksgiving break, I learned how to cook a steak, so that's nice. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I can make my own Mongolian beef. I don't know. Plus, Quadri says chimichangas, and chimichangas are like fried burritos. Yeah, I've never actually seen one before. I just know about them because I think Deadpool likes them or something. Well, I've only heard of them because Deadpool apparently is his favorite food or something like that.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful.
Nicolette, what are you doing?
Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
Forrester says, "Oh no, one for Mongolian beef and one for chimichangas. Someone else, quickly, break the tie." Come on, anyone else in chat? Who can pitch in? Who's got their own opinion? So Quadra says, which one is cheaper? Okay, that's a good point.
I'm sure they've known about me.
I imagine they cost exactly the same.
Honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me.
Forrester says so the chimichangas are cheaper. Alright.
What about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with a Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law.
Oh.
I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
Damn it, she was not subtle about that at all. She's like, yeah, y'all are out of your league. Get out of here.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish.
Also, Quadra says, then chimichangas. And Forrester says, ding ding ding, attention, rogue robots.
Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clarand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
Too bad.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Alright. By the way, Child says he wanted to fight you earlier.
Right.
How did that go?
That's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clarand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I agree with this man. You know, just have good communication with everyone. We could get along.
I know, she's...
Seriously, the two NPCs constantly around Navia, Milas and Silver, I think. Some of the coolest NPCs out there, like, in terms of, like, personality, they're some of the most people I want to hang out with, like, in terms of just, like, normal NPCs. Even compared to playable characters, I think they'd be pretty nice to hang out with. One of them knows how to bake, and the other one knows how to cheer, I think. Or they brought ingredients in, I'm not sure. I just know that I think Milas, he knows how to bake. I forgot what the other one did. What's that?
Oh, thank goodness! I thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us!
Roger says they also do things and they fight in cutscenes. True.
Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clarand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Thanks for the rescue, Navia.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
I don't know what that means, but...
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Was she following us?
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Oh?
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow?
You're useful, Paimon? Who would have thought?
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
Wait, what?
How did that help?
How are both, I guess, both eating scenes so far in Fontaine's stories so relevant? Like this, like, without, the pickpocketer stealing the macarons earlier, it's possible Navia would not have found out that the pickpocketer, like, was related to the case or anything like that. And apparently Paimon taking her drink is important here, too. You remember, like, I said it before, like, I agree with you before, Quadra, but, like, food really is important to this story, apparently.
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky?
But do you mean that's...
Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
Did someone poison our drink?
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Oh! Salt... Okay, that makes sense, because it was salt water. Wait, so... Navia is... She's, she's a natural citizen of Fontaine, right? So if she drank it, then... Would she have gotten dissolved? Like, did Paimon unintentionally save Navia's life? That's insane.
Yes. So, if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Oh, good lord. Damn, Paimon actually came in clutch for once. Good on you, Paimon.
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Hey, you know what? I guess Paimon isn't just emergency food anymore. She's also an emergency food tester. Good on you, Paimon. Foster Quad just said yeah.
Huh. Really?
Damn. Yeah, fortunately, Paimon, neither of us are from Fontaine, otherwise we'd been... Yikes.
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger, and hurried here as quickly as I could.
Damn, whoever's in charge of all this, they're insane.
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
I don't know why Paimon and the Traveler treat this like this is an annoyance. Like, we've helped nations with their issues before.
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name in the process.
Oh, true.
Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Also, Forrester says, and it's all your fault, Paimon.
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the Traveler fainted just now. He said that he heard that voice calling for Vache again.
Is it because we drank the primordial seawater? Like, did it give us a connection to, like, the people that might be in there?
Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too! But it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then? Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
Also gained some new intel.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
A person named Vache was a witness when she dissolved. And I also feel like he's probably involved in this, honestly. The way she talked about that guy and the connection, like, how similar it was to that one lady from Bailu's story quest in Honkai Star Rail. I feel like it is going to, like, I can't word, but, like, also adding in the fact that he was a witness, and apparently she said that, like, she saw his face as she was dissolving. Like, he was, like, right there. I feel like he was part of this. Like, it's gonna be like in Bailu's story quest, where the female NPC that dies, or already died, they were in love, like crazy in love with this guy, and then they find out that he was just a massive A-word.
Oh, that is important.
Y'all owe me $25 if I
Vache.
actually predicted the story
That name
here.
doesn't ring a bell.
I'm kidding.
I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as
20
a witness
nuggets,
in
though.
court lately.
20 nuggets if I get this right.
Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened?
Or, you know... But anyways, we should try searching for him.
Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate.
This one sounds like it's an inconvenience. We're calling her partner.
Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Yes, I want to be helpful, unlike the Traveler, who's kind of for some reason wanted to just leave everyone be.
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right?
I don't know, this, for some reason, like, also like at the very beginning of Inazuma's story, I think, the Traveler was very dismissive of the issues going on, in both regions. Like, they were like, I don't care about the civil war in Inazuma, I want to go find my sister. And then Ayaka had to send us to help people that lost their vision, to make us want to help. And then we, like, last stream, we rejected Navia's offer to, like, help her discover, like, what's going on with the disappearances. Only after all of this happened, now we're actually helping her.
And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Yes.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
I kind of like her big smile here. Very nice. Also, Quadra says, listen, I know he's looking for a sister, but can you be more empathetic, Aether? Of course. I don't know why he's been like this, especially, like, in terms of general empathy, like, how he viewed Linny and Lynette, just based off the fact that they're from, they're part of the Fitsui. Or at least they were just adopted by a member of the Fitsui, actually, like, it's not like they were, like, they're one of their soldiers or anything, like, I don't think they've committed any crimes. It would be like if Aether was upset at, like, I forgot what it's called, but, like, the Fitsui bank guards over in Liyue that we always see during, the Lantern Rite Festival. Like, they're just doing their jobs. They're just being security guards and then going on dates during, basically, Chinese New Year. Like, they've done nothing wrong.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Alright.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
Sounds good. You know, now that I think about it, these guys are actually probably better, quote-unquote, like, secret agents than even Yelan's group from her story quest. And I guess they are fairly competent, but they did also kind of insult each other every now and then, or, like, butt heads. Plus, there was that one guy near the end of her story quest that was kind of incompetent. Meanwhile, both of Navia's, both of her buddies, they get along well and they work together well. Also, Real Human says, hello, Dino. Hello there, Real Human. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by the stream today. It's good to see you here. Hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a good time here with us at the Genshin Impact stream. Welcome, welcome. Right now, we are just getting into the more of the Fontaine story. Things are going well so far for us. We just need to go over to Spina de Rosella's stronghold now, and I'm trying to find this teleport waypoint wherever the heck it may be. Where is it? Apparently it's underground according to the symbol on the map. How do we go underground? Also, Quadri says, also, I can't believe DBFC rollback is real. Oh yeah, right, I remember. We talked about that before. I mentioned during a recent stream, I forgot which one, but it was like Lythero and the Three Idiots during their most recent video. They basically predicted it would happen with all their jokes about rollback. Basically on the day it was announced. And that was crazy. Oh, doggos! Two fancy doggos. Hello. Really wish this game would let us pet dogs. Like, look at them. They're beautiful. Also, Quadra says, Chlorina. Lady Furina, what are you doing? Furina. If you guys just wouldn't make it so hard to find it, I wouldn't have to humiliate myself.
Huh?
Also, Quadra says, good dogs. Very good dogs. Oh, Charlotte's here.
What could she want with Lapine Pauline?
Pretty please with the cherry on top, Charlotte. Journalist extraordinaire. Please tell me you're joking. I read that a gang of criminals tricked the Gardamex by disguising themselves as blubber beasts. It's true, isn't it? It has to be.
What do you mean?
I've invested all my savings into graph adversarial technology and even taken out a sizable bank loan.
This feels very, off-tone, like, considering what just happened earlier. This feels like it's like the beginning of a story quest or something.
I'm begging you like the beggiest beggar in all of begdom.
Okay. I kind of like, the camera movement, though. It's a lot more dynamic than what I'm used to.
Okay. I need you to calm down a little, Miss Lapine Pauline.
You're bad for Charlotte.
I admire your passion for your research, and I don't mean to dash your hopes for those, big-ticket orders.
Asaquadis says, what is happening? I don't know.
But I'm afraid I'm not joking. The Blubber Beast incident was a short story mailed to us by an anonymous amateur author, written in the style of a true story.
Short story?
Oh, Paimon sees what happened here.
I see what's happening here.
Sounds
You don't
like the
even know
report
how you
Lapine
feel.
Pauline read in the Steambird wasn't in the news section after all.
Funnily enough, I actually remember being in a meeting where the editing team was debating the potential risk of misleading the public with this story. They even went to Maison Gardiennage for advice.
This sounds like the attack on Mars, or something like, I forgot what the exact title was, but it's like a story about Martians that played on the radio a while back. I think I remember people saying that it caused mass hysteria or something. I don't know if that story was actually true or not.
But to our surprise, they fully supported us printing it. They figured that the
War of the
intel would be a
Worlds
great
radio
way to
story.
dupe potential criminals
Yep,
into
also,
wearing
yep, there you go.
ridiculous costumes
Forrester
when
also
breaking the
clarified
law.
it. Yeah, War of the Worlds. I remember learning about it from like a film class, I think. I forgot the name.
In truth, Gardamex are extremely sophisticated in their capabilities. They can identify criminals just as reliably as the best human guards, so a crude disguise isn't gonna get you far. If anything, it'll just make you stand out all the more.
I see. Also, Quadri says it was a real story, but not something that actually happened. Okay. So like an actual story, like I didn't make it up in my head, but yeah, the story itself is like a myth. I'm guessing it's like that one story about like George Washington cutting down the cherry tree as a kid. Something like that.
Since we ran that story, the Maison Gardiennage has made a slew of arrests, including, one phantom blubber beast, a titanic red-crowned finch, and a Spectre Man.
That sounds like a superhero name. Spectre Man. Spectre Man, Spectre Man, does whatever a spectre can.
So I knew this story had helped out law enforcement, but this is the first time I'm learning of an innocent citizen being deceived by it, and investing so much mora for nothing.
I don't know what we're supposed to do here for this lady. I guess we can recommend that she talks to the bank about it. I don't know. Also, if you look closely, her hand is not actually on her, or at least like her right hand is not actually on her head. It's floating just above it. Floating. Yeah. It's not actually touching her head. It's like she's puppeteering her own head.
Uh-oh. So Lapine Pauline's whole research project is based on a fictional story?
Oof.
Which means we're not gonna get a big bonus after all. But more importantly, she's gonna lose everything she's invested.
Is this still part of the Archon story, or I don't know. It feels so off tone.
Traveler, Paimon!
I don't know.
You're back!
Hello.
I was in the area taking some photos for a story when I got to talking to Miss Lapine Pauline about her research. She told me about your collaboration. She was hoping I could write an article to spread awareness about image recognition technology. She even paid me for the article and gave me one of her prototype devices before I could get a word in.
That's rough. But also, Quadras, is this a Charlotte story quest? I don't know.
I unfortunately had to dash her hopes, and I'm afraid all your hard work was in vain too. She's desperately trying to find a way to rescue the project and get you the mora you're due. I've tried to let her down gently, but she's finding it all very hard to accept.
This is a new situation for us too.
Was there a new event that I didn't know about, or? I think, I forgot who, but there was a Genshin YouTuber that I watched recently who made a very good point that I very much agree with. Do not make story quests happen as soon as you walk in their general location. It works, I guess, for, like, the immersion, like, it feels like you're actually the traveler who happens to be, like, walking into these stories, but, like, you just showed up at the right time for a certain event, but it's very inconvenient when you're trying to do something, but then you get diverted to this other thing that you did not intend to do yet, or didn't even intend to do at all. And especially for content creators like me, you can't go back, so, that's a whole bunch of story you have to skip through then, and, like, you can't show on stream, like, your actual reaction to it. That has happened to me before a few times. I think, in fact, I actually did it fairly recently with... Actually, it's more so my fault because I pressed too much stuff while checking event details, but I did something similar in Honkai Star Rail with the ghost story. It's nothing too big, but I did like one cutscene by accident. Not like a big one, but it was just like talking with Gwen Ifin, Hua Hua, and Sushang at the meeting place. But yeah. It's worse in Genshin, though, because, like, it's not my fault when I press a button a couple times by mistake. Like, in Genshin, it's you walked in a certain place, and then the game is like, okay, you're getting shoved over here.
It's such a pity. It seems like the author was only trying to make the story interesting, and the Maison Gardiennage only had Fontaine's best interest in mind.
It's no one's fault.
Wait, Miss Lapine Pauline, what are you doing?
I'm gonna pick a fight with a Gardamek, head to the opera at Biclès, and get a one-way ticket to the Fortress of Meropide.
That's quite an overreaction to what just happened. But like Forrester says, As for World of Worlds, Orson Welles at RKO Radio did a what-if version of H.G. Wells' Revelation novel. People got concerned, but not the mass hysteria and pandemonium you hear happen today. Okay. Oh no, it's CBS Radio, and CBS was flooded by angry cops and curious reporters, and what is she doing? I think she wants to fight a robot. Also, Quadra says a bra. Oh no. Ma'am, I feel like you're overreacting just a tiny bit.
That way, I won't have to repay my debts. It's the only way I can afford to keep on living.
I don't think putting up a fight against law enforcement is the right call there, miss. I think you're gonna cause more problems than it's worth.
Whoa! There's no need to go that far.
Yeah, thank you, Charlotte.
Come on, look at you. You wouldn't even dent the Gardamex armor. In all likelihood, they'd only hold you up at the Maison Gardiennage for a few days before letting you out, and then you'd still have to repay your debts.
Then you have to do something very drastic. Like grab a bat and then attack the Gardamex.
Actually, instead of going into the technicalities of that, how much did you actually invest? How bad can it really be?
It's gonna be like 1 million Mora.
270,000 Mora.
Okay, it was it's only a quarter of what I said basically, but still that's a lot.
Okay, well, escaping to the fortress of Meripede over a sum like that seems like a last resort. Surely there must be other options.
I mean, I recently did more than double that amount for the Battle Pass thing.
Not anymore. I used to be an equipment supplier to the Fontaine Research Institute before that blew to pieces, and now I'm just a small-time engineer. I scraped together some savings over the past few years, but I put every last Mora into this project, and now I'm left with nothing.
Yeah, I don't know how to help you here, this. I hope to help you here, miss.
It's not just my savings that are gone. It's my whole future as a graph adversarial technology specialist and my dreams of becoming a billionaire one day.
Strange dream, but okay. Also, Forrester says this is why the 94th rule of acquisition exists. I don't know why I thought she was laughing for a bit.
My life is over.
I don't know how to help. But also Quad just says, Lapine. Charlotte, they took my apes. My NFTs are down the drain.
Don't despair, Miss Lapine Pauline. I think I know a way for you to turn this around.
She does seem like the kind of lady that would try to invest everything into like Bitcoin and then go broke. So Forrester says, what a drama queen.
This prototype you've given
she's a fun character to
camera
watch,
lens
at
for
least.
Image recognition sample collection. It's really quite something. You said you designed it specifically for high-fidelity image capture and analysis, yes?
Yes, I think so.
Rapid focal length adjustment is a very useful.
I don't even
function
remember
on its
that.
own.
I've just been paying
It's sure
attention
to make
to
many journalists' jobs much easier. In
for
fact, I'd
drama.
say it has the potential to revolutionize Fontaine's news media. So your research efforts thus far are by no means in vain. The technology you've developed may have many applications that you've never even considered.
Really?
I was like, Forrester says, no, go away, Scuff. I'm watching the dino, angry face. Oh no, is there Scuff again? Oh, but yes, you were supposed to warn me of this.
Absolutely. I've been working as a journalist for the Steambird for a long time now. No one understands the issues we journalists face on a day-to-day basis better than me.
Alright.
So keep calm, take heart, and start thinking about mass production. In the meantime, I'll show your invention to all my my colleagues to drum up interest in your product.
There you go. You can go out of you can get out of debts now.
I can't believe it. If this is true, then I can look into setting up a whole camera lens development pipeline. My big ticket orders and billionaire aspirations are still in the cards.
Why is billionaire aspiration a thing, though? But anyways, Forrester says, I don't know if it's on your end or mine, but it's best to go. But it best go away and stay away. Hopefully.
Oh, maybe I should consider taking out another loan.
Oh
That
no.
way, I can rapidly improve the lens production process, be the first to market, and prepare to battle for dominance in the camera industry.
He wants to bet she's gonna go more in debts.
Come on, stop daydreaming about your pipelines for a minute. Just take it one step at a time and see how it goes. There's no sense in putting all your eggs in one basket before things are even off the ground.
Uh-oh, I was like, well, just, yeah, scuffed a bit for me earlier. Me too earlier, Ors. Uh-oh. And look at my phone. It seems about normal, I think. I hope. Oh no, but I was like, Forrester says another loan. The 94th rule.
And I can probably speak to some people I know and license my image recognition device to a workshop to raise some funds. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner.
Also, Quadri says, when you get a $1,000 model before streaming, oh god. I feel like I've heard about that a lot.
There's no time to lose. I need to get to work.
Like people
Early
spending
bird gets the worm.
hundreds of dollars on VTuber models only to find out, oh, I actually don't like streaming that much. And then they realize, oh no, I wasted a lot of money and time on this. This is why I'm glad I decided to start out with something very simple, like just a Vroid model, and then later on PNG tubing. Like, I don't think I've actually spent much money at all on my VTubing career so far, and I'm having a load of fun with it. Like, I can't word, but it's like I've actually gotten into this hobby before I might later decide to spend money on it. Like, doing it in reverse is a terrible idea.
Paimon's pretty sure our advice went in one ear and out the other.
It's understandable. When inspiration and passion strike at the same time, it's all too easy to throw yourself headfirst into your work and forget about everyone around you. A lot of journalists are the same way when they're first starting out.
Well, she's gonna have fun with that. Also, Quadra says, I kinda did that. I always liked streaming, but I think I could have went something more simple earlier before going for my current model. Oh well, still do love my model. That's good.
But don't you worry. I'm gonna write an article on all this, and I'll be checking in on her regularly. Her research has the potential to benefit the entire journalistic community. I'll give her plenty of input to stop her from going down any rabbit holes, and make sure mass production of her lens can begin as soon as possible.
It's reassuring to know that you'll be looking out for her, Charlotte.
Nah, go Charlotte.
Actually, you know what? Why don't you two take this prototype lens? I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances to use it on your travels.
Alright.
It takes the right person to get the most out of a new technology. In your hands, it's sure to capture some amazing sights.
Thanks a lot, Charlotte. No bonus, no biggie. This makes everything worth it.
You're welcome. I got something out of this too. The beginnings of a very interesting news story.
I guess
The
so.
boundaries between real news reports and news-like fiction must not be blurred, even when there's a compelling justification for doing so. Yes, that's how I'll phrase it to the editors when I give them my feedback. Let's hope we don't mislead any more well-meaning citizens in the future.
There we go. Oh. Okay, so it was, an event thing. Okay. Well, that was a very interesting deviation from the main storyline. Now let's go back to Despila de Rosala Strongholds. Water to play in. Nice. Like a dolphin. Alright, let's go. Plunge.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
This feels like a very secret entrance.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Alrighty.
Very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, traveler.
There we go. I wonder what Navia was thinking while we were busy doing this. Did we? Okay, so it works just like the theater in Sumeru. Okay. Oh, that was weird. Oh, it goes very deep. Alright. Very deep in the sewers, apparently. Good lord. And there's kids in here, too. I feel like we're gonna meet the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles down here. Hello, everyone. Ooh. There's the teleport waypoint I think I was trying to find before. Talk to Melis. Alright, let's get all the things. Uh-oh. Oh, geez, that's a... Oh, God, look at the top right corner. That's a lot going on for, my Wi-Fi. 999 MS. I don't think that's a good thing. Also, Forrester says, wait, why are these kids in the coal mines and... Why aren't these kids in the coal mines and foundries? Reasons. I gotta talk to Melis over here. Also, this place looks kind of interesting, but I feel like it would probably stink a lot.
This is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Thank you.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately.
Alright. Also, a Forrester says, children, not working dangerous industrial jobs. Barbaric.
After all, we
What
don't
is-
allow
what does
illegal
Fontaine
or
come to?
unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone.
Apparently so.
But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
Now that I think about it, Fontaine, well, actually, every now and then, it feels like some parts of Fontaine feel like it's like America going through the Industrial Revolution. Sort of. I feel like there's some bit of steampunk inspiration every now and then.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
You're trying.
Your father, he was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right? How did he...
This is not a very good thing to say, Paimon, but also... This kind of reminds me a bit of, Ayato and Ayaka. They also lost their parents and have to take up their job. For... It wasn't the Kamisato Commission. Was it the Yashiro one? I think so. Plus, the Quadra says, Furina's clothes are very steampunk styled.
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No, I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand.
Also, Forrester says, give that 9-year-old a bottle of whiskey and some cigarettes on this break from working around the big, spiny, dangerous metal gears.
My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets.
What?
3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no. Also, Forrester's is low. Her dad choked on a ham sandwich. Imagine that, but Forrester's is what a twist. He was killed by a sandwich in the duelist ring. A sentient sandwich fought him. Quadra says, listen, ham is dangerous. I imagine it's like Ham from Toy Story. Like a sentient piggy bank killed her dad.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up.
Wait. If it was in the duelist ring, is that why Chlordine is always trying to protect Navia? Was she the one that fought him?
At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence.
Also, Ryu Human says, when did we say that the sandwich was sentient? I said that it was sentient. Because it is.
But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena.
That sounds a little odd. Or kind of badass, I don't know.
3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that.
Also, Ryu Human says, it was just a regular ham sandwich. Trust me, I made it. Ryu Human killed Navia's dad.
How could he protect
with
his
the
honor
sandwich
if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself.
Does seem quite odd.
The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Also, Forrester says, I played a couple rounds of the game Super Fights as a sentient sandwich. Nice. Also, Ryu Human says, I gotta punch this sandwich so hard that it dies. Normal people eating a sandwich, Ryu Human is just punching it. He's just going full 2D fighting game on it.
So that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom
Also,
of
Ryu
that
Human
case.
says to Forrester, yes. And Quadra says, eating a ham sandwich while watching. Oh no. Ryu Human says, sorry Quadra, your time has come. Just pray to the ham sandwich gods that they will be merciful to you.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something.
Also, Quadra says, no, vanish into the back rooms. Finally, you're awake.
I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me.
Oh god, so both her parents are dead. Okay. I mean, I guess I don't know if that's entirely that unique amongst Genshin characters, but still. Yikes. Also, Ryu Human says the backrooms does not tolerate ham sandwiches. Ham sandwich versus all the backrooms entities. Who will win? I'm placing my bets on the ham sandwich, personally.
And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
For the sake of your family. We do it for family, says Dawn. You know, we're quite alike in this regard. I also lost my family.
Demoiselle, please. If there is anything I can do...
Also, real humans says, it all started the day I was born. My parents failed to show up. And that is why I buried a platypus. I am going to use my magnificator to move the buildings on the eastern seaboard a bit. I don't know what my plan was. Does anyone else remember what Doofenshmirtz's plan was back then? Like, I think it was on the first episode. I just remembered he put a bunch of tinfoil on buildings, made a big magnet, and then the tinfoil got removed, but none of the buildings did. Or something like that.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you.
Also, real human says, you know what? I'm making this a Twitter poll. Ham sandwich versus all of the back rooms. And I am intrigued to see your results.
Master Callus did so much.
I watched your progress with great
yet
interest.
All it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Oh no.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
True. Also, real humans says, I gave people 3 days to vote. I will be there.
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that.
I see. Also, Quadra says, I found a loophole. My sandwich is roast beef. Gasp. Someone play the Phoenix Wright music. That's my attempt at it.
People love watching the evil turn
The real
over a new
humans is
leaf,
nunny.
but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
I guess this is something we kind of see every now and then with like random drama on the internet, but I was kind of hoping like they would make a point of this being a thing for people in Fontaine particularly, since they mentioned before that people in Fontaine treat trials like operas or like big stories. I don't know, I feel like they could have made the connection better if they didn't bring up the fact that they said, oh yeah, I guess people everywhere are kind of like this. I don't know. I was like, Quadra says, meaning I wasn't gone forever. Well, welcome back, Quadra. Good thing I snuck the roast beef into your ham sandwich. You are now safe. Also, Forrester says, so her father was Moog. I don't know who that is, but I guess so.
How could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
Also, real humans is not forever, just for 20 more years. Oh no.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Clorand.
I knew it.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him?
That is an interesting character dynamic between Navia and Chlorine then. Then again, we have a similar kind of relationship between the Raiden Shogun and Kazuha, because A killed Kazuha's friend, but I guess they've never actually talked after the Inazuma story, did they? So maybe someday that'll happen, I don't know. But also, Quadra says, joke's on you. 20 minutes in Bat is... 20 years in Bat is 20 minutes. Also, Forrester says, so does that make her Kern or Worf?
Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Also, Quadra says, did you know people ship Navia and Chlorine hard? I mean, it did look like a good ship, like, during the cutscene. Like, it looked like it had pretty good synergy during the fight. Plus, again, like I said, their color schemes do kind of complement one another. Like, light and dark. Just like some orbs that I found while doing some puzzles in Fontaine. Kind of works really well, but then there's this. Like, maybe I can understand them being good friends, or at least, like, Chlorine is... I think she said that she's upholding her father's, Navia's dad's wish of keeping her safe. So, maybe good friends, but, like, at least one-sided, because I don't know if Navia really likes Chlorine. Also, I don't care that her name has... I'm pretty sure it has a D near the end. I'm calling it Chlorine anyways, because it's easier to say. It's easier to say.
Miss Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel.
It's only... Okay.
If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either.
Oh. That's why he died. But also... It's only one D away from Chlorine. I think we're not that far off.
She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
I would say, is this the first time a Genshin character has killed an innocent, but... Nah, I literally just mentioned A killing Kazuha's friend.
Don't worry, Navia.
Which, now that I think about it, was also due to a duel, wasn't it?
To do that.
Afterward, Miss Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety.
So that indicates that he intended to die in the duel.
Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end.
I mean, it's understandable.
Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
A lot of twists and turns in this story, my goodness.
Paimon feet.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
Also, Quadrius, is this the first time a Genshin playable character has killed an innocent? Wanderer sneezes. Achoo. I felt a disturbance. Oh god, that's right. There's a whole bunch of people, I think, that Skarmosh killed in this lore. Like, specifically a bunch of blacksmiths, I think. I completely forgot about that. Alright, let's go rest. A peaceful night passes under the spin of
Paimon slept so well. This place feels almost too safe. Huh?
Are you gonna jinx everyone?
Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Alright. Also, Quadrius, I guess he technically hasn't done them now due to the timeline things, but it counts now. I still wonder, though, like, is that how Irminsul works, or... I don't know, like... It doesn't really feel like the timelines are like a what if Skarmosh didn't exist. More so, it feels like it's just trying to it feels like it forces all knowledge and things that contain knowledge, like books in the world, to like try to retcon Skarmosh's existence, like right around the fact that Skarmosh used to exist. Like, I remember, I think Skarmosh had a friend that stepped into like a furnace and died. He still did that, but like it was just for different reasons or something. I'm not sure. I actually feel like it's more like it's just kind of rewriting stuff that contained knowledge more so than actually rewriting like reality. But that's me. I could be wrong though. I'm not too big into the lore. At least not as big into lore as other people are, so I could very well be wrong here. As the Quadra says, actually, yeah, Wanderer hasn't killed a man. Skarmosh did. Alright.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you?
No.
Oh, whoops.
I just returned after going out for a while.
It's just
I did some
Paimon's dialogue, I don't
investigating
care.
yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere.
Huh, okay. Did the person use a fake name then? Maybe. But the Quadra says, Klee hasn't killed a man, but she has killed practically everything else. All the women and children. Klee destroyed them all. They were like animals to her.
I suspect that those behind this
She
have
hated
already
them.
taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vache person is a key witness in the incident.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to.
Ooh, where would that be? But the Quadra says, wait, I didn't think that through. I didn't think that through, Mao.
And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept.
Ooh, would they go snooping around in Neuvillette's place? I don't think so.
Oceanette you met is one of the young women who went missing recently. We should be able to find some related information there.
Alrighty, let's go do that then.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we?
Also, Forrester says she knew the Youngling Massacre moves.
Aren't you coming along, Navia?
All the time she went fish blasting was just practice. And we never saw it coming.
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Alright. You know, now that I think about it, if Neuvillette, actually helps in the case, I don't care how strong the people in this group might be, Neuvillette is gonna wipe the floor with them. Also, Quadra says, everyone was scared of Albedo. It was Klee who we shouldn't be afraid of. She went to the dark side before Albedo ever did. There we go. Hello everyone, it is I, Lady Furina. I am just chilling out here with all of you. Alright, let's go over to Neuvillette's desk. Of the Quadrus is Klee, the real 11th Harbinger.
Come on.
Should have known. Alright, let's enter. I needed edits of Anakin attacking the younglings, but it has Klee's face edited in. It's like, Klee, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Hello there, little buddy.
Huh. This place
That's the same
does look
species
pretty
as
heavily guarded. Guess that proves that
Aval, right?
Neuvillette's files are really secure.
I was about to call her Avdol again. Is it Aval? I think so. But also Quad just added Klee's voice line of going boom. It's like, boom. And then it just cuts to Boom boom bakadum.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
As a quadrant says yes. Aval. Alright.
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
Alright. What are their species called again? Was it Mezzolene or? I think the one that was at the entrance of the building during the trial, she said what the species name was. What is this? I love Aval species and Mezzolene, okay. I think it said with an E.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit.
I kind of wonder, why do these, they're adorable, but, why are they a thing here in Fontaine? Where's the inspiration for them from? We have, this place is, all about, hydro, water, justice. Do rabbits have something to do with that? I don't know what they're supposed to be mainly based off of. They have long ears. I don't know. Are they supposed to be, based off sea slugs, or? I don't know how that would explain the tail. I don't know. Feels weird, the Aranaras I don't like, but I feel like they fit in with their respective region better because they're basically just tiny tiny sentient plants in the region about Dendro. It works, but I like these guys' designs more, but they don't look like necessarily aquatic creatures or anything like that. Also, quadrants, they are cute. Do we need any more reason? I suppose not. Let's continue.
No, what I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys.
Indeed, that was us.
Now. We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Yes. Totally a thing.
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
Super official business. The most official business to have ever businessed in the history of business.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
You got it.
Thanks so much.
Well, we're gonna learn more about Nouvellette then, since it sounds like it's gonna be more involved in this part of the story. Alright. Furina, go meet your dad.
Please, come in.
Oh! Hello. Oh, wait. We need the right outfits. There we go. Actually, hold on, wait. I want to get I don't know if I got the right screenshot, but I wanted to get, a Cusco style entrance through the door for Furina. I tried. Alright, let's go see him. Mr. Nouvellette.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nouvellette. We only like to get in because...
It's all right.
Whoops, sorry.
Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
Dang it. Skip. I keep saying I feel bad for skipping dialogue, but at the same time, again, it is Paimon's dialogue, so I don't know if we've actually missed that much. Alright, but... Yeah, Mr. Nouvellette, you may be of assistance to us, good sir. Hydro pump all our enemies, please.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vacher. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Do you have a last name, or...?
I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
I knew that. Also, Forrester says Chief of Justice. I want a piece. I feel like he probably would do that without question if you were Furina. At least from what I remember so far, he's kind of like her father figure. Everyone else, though, I'm not... Actually, no. He probably would, actually, for random people. Because he was very nice and humble just before what happened in Lenny's show. He'd probably do it to be nice to people. Or at least, like, small children. And also the Mezzalines, probably. Actually, no, he's stronger than the Archon, so he could probably do it for adult people, too. He probably has more muscle on him model-wise, he probably has more muscle on him than poor Ito. Lost the Quadra says, Nibelets. So how may I help you, Traveler? So we lied to come in here, Nibelets. And how may I help you? You didn't care that we lied? If you lied, it must have been important. Again, how can I help you? That is true. Like, Nuvalet is extremely understanding. Like, he doesn't care that we lied. He's like, yeah, it's alright. I'm sure you had good intentions. Let's continue. He has surprisingly a lot of trust in us. I mean, it's better than like having a very serious, strict dude who's like very untrustworthy.
Be so easy to talk
I mean, his characters can be cool at times, but like, it is a very common trend. Having a guy like Nuvalet who's like, he has I guess, he can be as serious as those kind of characters, but at the same time, he knows when to be trusting of others. It's not like some characters in stories where their distrust of the main characters, like, get in the way of the story, or, like, cause problems later down the line. He's like, nah, you're cool, I'm vibing with you, let's go take down these criminals, stop the disappearances. I don't care that you lied, you're good people. Sequentia says, yeah, seriously, he's so nice, too nice, not gonna lie. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if anyone would have the guts to lie to him for a bad reason in Fontaine. But even so, like, the fact that he's still willing to trust people, like so easily. Especially since we just got to Fontaine, like, probably a couple days ago in canon. We barely know him outside of the kind of awkward exchange at the beginning of Lenny's show, and then, like, during the trial. That's about it. Like, he doesn't know anything about us, like, too personally, but he doesn't care. As Quadra says, yeah, he kind of reminds me of Welt, not gonna lie, personality-wise. He's serious when he needs to be, but he's also extremely easygoing, like, most of the time. Or he's just not easygoing, but, like, he's flexible and very patient. I'll say that. I think that's more accurate. So his eyes are awesome.
Unfortunately.
Uh-oh. Also, Quadra says, I am also a huge Nuvalet simp, so I am biased. It's understandable. What you got to say, Mr. Nuvalet?
I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years.
That works for my theory that Vache, quote-unquote, could be a fake name. I like the idea. And, well, I mean, clearly, like, so far, it does feel like it's really making a lot of sense. I am open to being wrong, but, I mean, I'm not seeing much evidence that I am wrong. Everything seems to be falling in place.
There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Oh, even in this memory, okay. So I'm assuming, I don't know how good his memory is exactly, but I'm guessing that means, like, this is a way of saying, like, it also implies, like, they couldn't have just, like, taken some files without him noticing, and then, I don't know. So back to square one.
What if it was really just a dream?
That's the quadrices. I just realized Nicolette would be the type of guy to have a candy bowl for guests that visit him under business. He's like the actually kind of nice bank offices where they have lollipops for little kids. I remember because I used to go to one of those banks with my parents. I always got the strawberry ones because those are the best. Plus watermelon, I think.
Is that so?
That's a
Right,
grape.
then. Thank you so much,
One of those
Monsieur
three.
Neuvillette.
Those are my 3 go-to flavors. Also, Forrest, there's this plot twist. It was Neuvillette all along. Honestly, it would be kind of terrifying / interesting if it was him. Considering he is a playable character, so... we're not new to bad guy playable characters. Like, we have Child and Scarmosh, who has redeemed himself, but they were still part of the Fatui and were antagonists at some point. But still, like... For Neuvillette, if he was part of something like this, that would certainly be something. Muscle Quadris is based Strawberry. Also, if it was Neuvillette, I'd be a great actor.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel.
Oh?
Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
Why didn't you do anything about him, like, requesting a duel to the death, though? You gotta stop that. I feel like there's... But actually, no. Otherwise, Chlorine probably would have done something, but, like... Could you not have prevented him from taking... from having his duel? Just put him on trial? Or the Chief of Justice?
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Oh?
Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret?
As the Quadra says, he has to follow the rules on the laws of Fontaine. I guess so.
No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should.
I mean, I didn't hear that. But even so, like... I guess if he considers trying to help others his duty, then... It's understandable? I don't know.
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort.
Oh no.
You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead.
Is it because he has to follow the rules, like he didn't want to intervene?
In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear.
I don't know how to feel about that. I'm pretty sure it's not exactly as Navia says, but still, I feel like... I'm hoping he is exactly how I think he is, but... Like, if it is true, like... It must feel pretty rough on him, like... As we mentioned before, he does seem like a pretty nice guy, so like... Him having to deal with being responsible for at least one person's death. Like, just so he could, like... For the purpose of being a professional, like, sticking to his job of being Chief of Justice. Obviously, it feels probably bad. Like, he knew something was wrong, but he couldn't go against the laws of Fontaine.
If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel?
Oh, whoa. Whoa. This is still an emotional scene, but I just want to say, like, Navia's tears actually look really good in this cutscene. I don't know if that's a weird thing to say, but like between this and also the camera changes earlier during the thing with Charlotte's, It feels like Genshin is really stepping up its cinematography and character animations in these kind of cutscenes. Like, we don't even need to rely on just the pre-rendered cutscenes, or some pretty good-looking visuals. I like that. It certainly helps the atmosphere a lot better than a lot of past quests and events and stories.
Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all?
And her voice actor she's on point.
Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
Back to what I was saying about character animations, though, I kind of wish, there could be, more ferocity in her eyes, I guess? Like smaller pupils, furrowed brows. I feel like they've given characters, angry expressions before in this game. How to go full anime? Give her the most wrathful, but also the most hurt and wrathful eyes you ever seen. Yeah. Like Teen Gohan going Super Saiyan 2 kind of eyes. Also, quote on Real Humans is, "That's it for your crimes. I sentence you to eating without YouTube." Oh, good lord, I would die. I've literally done that for every meal ever. I feel like in my memory, but also Forrester says no, not that. He's looking away. I forgot exactly what she said, but he's not looking at her through the looking into her eyes. So did that mean he's showing regret for what happened, or I don't know. I was too focused on the visuals. I only half digested the dialogue.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
I don't know if it's still supposed to be emotionless, or emotionless. I don't know why I said emotionless. I don't know if it's still supposed to be emotionless, but I feel like he is trying to genuinely say sorry, or maybe I'm very gullible, I don't know.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone.
I can kind of relate to them.
It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything.
Yeah, but I can feel that sometimes.
Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice.
Honestly, I really feel I feel like I talk and, I'm a lot more expressive and talkative while I'm streaming compared to how I am in real life. If you guys were my classmates, you would see a very different side of me. As for hearing, probably not even a peep. I don't feel like any of my classmates even know what my voice sounds like, probably. Gotta be honest. But also, still want to believe that the Chief of Justice is not fully apathetic. I don't know.
My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Alright. Bye, Nubalettes. Dang. That was...
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Wait, hold on. I'm seeing something in the background. Wait. Also, Quadrius, so there's something really cool I noticed here. Want me to say it? It's a really cool detail. I remembered something too, actually. We might be on the same wavelength here, so I'm gonna say it first. I remember last stream, I think it was Firminent mentioning something about the Hydro Dragon. Whenever it feels pain or whenever it cries, there's rain. So they say Hydro Dragon, please don't cry or something. Right now, this is happening right as we just left Nouvellette, and I'm pretty sure at this point I'm pretty sure I know that Nouvellette is like he's like a water dragon. So this is our the game's way of showing that he did truly feel remorse for what happened. And Quadra says yes, same brain cells. There we go.
Rain. It's raining.
I am loving this detail.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Will they make us say the thing? That would actually be perfect.
On the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
So well, I mean, we already knew before. He did feel remorse, though, even on that day. Dang. But also Quadra says, and when I needed to pull him. This was how I found out Nouvellette was the water dragon. This is some good storytelling, though. Damn. Genshin is... I mean, I already liked Genshin storytelling a lot, but, like... Fontaine is really knocking it out of the park right now. Like, so far.
What is it? Did you think of something?
That's the Quadra says, and why I said he's arguably even better than a Hydro Archon. I say character-wise, he is pretty darn deep. Like, a lot deeper than, like, most of the other godly beings we've met so far. Like, the Adepti in terms of, like... I guess in terms of, like, their daily lives and, like, what they are like as people. At least most of them. There are some that have a lot of, like, quite a bit of lore put into them, like Zhongli, Venti, obviously, because Archons, but... I have to say he's, like, definitely on par with them so far, I feel like, in terms of, like, character depth. Or he's getting there. I'm pretty sure it's clear at this point that he is an important character to this story. Also, was he outside when it happened?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene?
Can we say the thing?
That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value.
But there was something you didn't know at the time.
Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
The fact that people can be turned into water. Did someone put primordial seawater in the rain? Well, actually, no, there's no way that could have happened. Otherwise, literally everyone would have died then.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water and then got washed away with the rain? Yeah, and if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
Also, Quadris is Dvalin, a jobber. Azdaha, Engi. Electric One, dead. Or, I guess not even existent. That was a snake. But also, Ayep, skill issue. Plus, skill issue plus also angry. Towards a little girl of all people. Like, poor Nahida. Very hostile to her for no particular reason. And then Nouvellette, dead. Sag, Nouvellette.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier?
So, will they allow us to say the thing like, Hydro Dragon, please don't cry? Or are we just gonna keep Nouvellette crying right now, or?
Alright, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
We could do him a solid, you know.
We're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Okay, we're gonna keep Nublet depressed in the background, I guess. Alright. You can go first, I'll join you later.
All right, then I'll wait for you at Poisson.
Alright. Oh, okay. We don't say the thing. Alright, so Furina seems perfectly fine out here. I kind of wonder though, like, if there ever is like a place where there is primordial seawater, do characters from Fontaine take damage? Like, if there's like something akin to like sheer cold from Dragon's Spine, but like there's like a primordial seawater rain. Like, would it cause damage to the Fontaine characters if there is such a thing? I think that'd be kind of cool for like an exploration obstacle. I mean, I guess also lore-wise very terrifying, but still. Also cool. We gotta go to Poisson. Also, Quadri says, also that makes Nublet the only dragon sovereign playable right now. From what I remember of Enkanamiya's story, even though I feel like I did most of it off-stream, weren't the dragons like the guys in charge of Teyvat before some ancient guy showed up, I think, and basically got rid of them all and then replaced them with humans? Or something like that? I was like, Quadri says, I think with Furine's skill, she could be Jesus and walk on water. Didn't I legit say something like that in the last Genshin stream? Like something about Genshin Jesus. Oh, hold on. Alright. There we go. Oh, okay, there we go, I collected it. Connection is very weird today. I was like, why just yeah. Oh, and okay, they are stronger than the Archons. I heard that before as like a rumor, but I didn't know it. I don't know how to feel about that. Also, Quadri says, oh yeah. I don't know, it's like... I guess we always knew that, like, the heavenly principles or, like, the unknown god are probably on par with or stronger than the Archons. Probably stronger, but... I don't know, between also hearing that there are Fatui Harbingers on the level of Archons and now, like, all the dragons are stronger, I don't know. I'm not sure if I like the idea of, like, the Archons getting power crept so much. I don't know. Also, Quadris is Furina is Genshin Jesus. We need to make the joke come true. Hold on, I need to check this. Can they do it over here, or let's see. I mean, it's certainly deep enough for a swim, so let's see. Oh, whoa! Oh, so she is Genshin Jesus. And we got our little buddies here with us, too. I think this is the seahorse-looking buddy from her idol animation. Aw. This is nice. Let's go. Onwards, my children. Well, the real human says Jesus can walk on water. I can walk on a watermelon. Watermelons are 72% water. I am 72% Jesus. Well, Furina is 100% Jesus. Oh, actually no. She has 3 little buddies here that can hover above water. She is 4 times Jesus. Oh. I guess her water walking is only temporary, alright. I want to get that later, but we need to focus on the story for now. Jesus, very far. Also, Quadri says, I think the idea is that Celestia is dumb and the Archon system is flawed. Alright, I I can maybe see that. I mean, so far it does feel like Celestia is supposed to be, like, not the good guys. Oh. There's something down here? Oh, yeah, there's definitely something down here we gotta go to. As the Quadra says, she power crept Kokomi. She power crept by walking on water. Plus, I think she does a lot of the things that Kokomi does, right? Like heal and attack. Kokomi has ults to walk on water for 10 seconds. Furina with her skill, 30 seconds. Oh. I had no idea that Kokomi can walk on water, though. That's interesting. That's interesting. There's a Hydroculus nearby. Can I get it with this? Nope. Oh well. Let's go in. Into poison! Also see Quadra of the mode there. There's Navia. Hello.
Whoa! What a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
Also, now that I think about it, if Furina's skill is 30 seconds, I'm pretty sure her cooldown is faster than that. So, does that mean Furina technically has, like, as long as you spam the skill, she has basically infinite, like, water walk. Like, she power crept every ice bridger as well by doing, like, with her skill. That's the question. Kokomi mainly only has a heal and spreading hydro. Furina can heal, do damage, and spread hydro while being a DPS. So yeah, she's better Kokomi. Oof, poor Kokomi. And Quadris is Pirates of the Caribbean? But also, yes.
There's no need to be so surprised.
Yeah, that's why she's so good.
While it may look like a ship, it's actually Spina di Rosula's headquarters.
She might just be one of the most OP Archons in terms of exploration. And then meanwhile, there's A, who she has a cool looking circle around her every now and then.
My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design is the only thing we occasionally had in common. A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
I think I'm starting to get why you like it.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a
Also, Quadri says Kokomi is still the second best, but Furina's leagues above her.
Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers.
So there was a good
But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's our main base.
So you guys went from Pirates of the Caribbean to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay. That's what Quadra says. Considering A would just slash first and ask questions later, kind of fits her. Fair enough. Not to mention she can't cook. There's a Hydroloculus somewhere down here. So don't see it at all, though. So where do we gotta go? Oh, we gotta go pretty far. Oh no. Furina, please do not die, please. Something up there, though. I want to get to that. But just considering... Wait, I read that, my bad. Alright, let's go. Hold on. Back to the canon outfits. At least I think this is the canon one currently. Like, this is the one that Furina's, like, most often wearing. Let's go. Mr. Maelus.
Melus, we're back.
Melus.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners.
Hello.
You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so quickly?
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see, what if my father's case had something to do with water from the primordial sea?
Also, looking at the time, I just need someone to keep track because my roommate said that they would be back at around like 8:30 or 8:39, so probably best to stop at around 8:30 maybe. But yeah. Unfortunately, stream is going to be kind of short-ish. But again, hopefully, like in 3 weeks' time, I'll be back at home, so we'll have a whole month of winter break for extra long streams to make up for that, but yeah.
You still remember, right, Maloose? On that night, it was raining?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Also, Quadris, the real broken thing about Furina, her hat. How does it not come off? Same thing with Mona and Scaramouche. There's a few characters with very big hats that probably should fall off mid-battle, but don't. Quadris, what time would you need to stop? Probably best for it to be around 8:30-ish, because they say they'd be back around 8:39, I think, or I guess rounded to 8:40. I think they said 8:39, but yeah. So around 8:39 to 9 o'clock.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance,
synth.
It was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
That's probably not good.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Also, Quadra says, okay, gotcha. I'll keep it on track. Thank you, Quadra.
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial sea.
I mean, it could be back a little bit later, but like, probably around like 8:30, we should be like, okay, like, slow down, try to find someone to raid, usual stuff.
If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions.
Oh.
And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance.
I feel like this is supposed to be like a metaphor for something else in real life.
As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath, but no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield.
I feel like that's important.
Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation and put an end to the problem once and for all.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers, all of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation.
Were they related to this?
Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant.
Alright.
The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food.
If Jacques was the friend that that got killed and then her dad was blamed for his death, I like to think he only pretended to be his informant and was more so like a double agent for whoever's behind the disappearances and the weird substance thing.
We heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun.
Oh.
And Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
Okay, so it wasn't it wasn't the water that killed Jacques. Okay. That explains it. I guess, like, why no one considered this primordial seawater yet?
Huh? How did that happen? Aren't they on the same side?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any motive at all. Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces of clothing left at the scene.
Yeah, I feel like that's important. So they could have belonged to someone who got dissolved. Was it raining at the time? Actually, no, that doesn't matter. I was about to say, like, was it raining at the time? Because if so, they all would have dissolved. But no, specifically primordial seawater.
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we all just thought they were some costumes that Jacques used to disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired.
Third person shot first, killed Jaquiz, and then I want to say her father killed the third guy, but then he used the primordial seawater to dissolve himself to make it look like Navia's dad had killed Jaquiz because he's the only other person there and he has a gun.
You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring it all out. I'm finally headed towards the truth.
Alright.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with 0 warning.
Alright, Valsequatch is who shot first? Han or Greedo? Answer, Navia's dad.
I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth.
Imagine if he was Vathir. Or Vathe.
On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must still offer a word of warning.
The music is getting louder.
Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his life trying to bring them to justice. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace, and we have been allowed to live out our lives.
So I'm just saying, like, all this kind of stuff happening in Fontaine, like, some of the most heinous stuff we have seen in the land of justice feels kind of weird.
There is no need to follow your father's path. It would be both wise
like the land
and
of
in
injustice
line with Boss's wishes
plus justice.
to step back and give up on the case.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? And yet, I was the one most kept in the dark. What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting by.
Also, Quadris says, also forgot to say the DBFC rollback netcode is actually really good and online feels great. Nice. And also, yes.
Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death and live out my life just as meaninglessly? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day, and certainly not now. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake. For the missing girls, for the victims, and for myself.
They're doing very good justice for this, the first ever Geo character in so long. Also, Lushan, for brand new Lushan is here. Hi, Dino. Hello there, Lushan. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. It's good to see you here. Hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a good time here at the Genshin stream today.
Navia.
I also see you redeemed the big Dino time, so go to big Dino mode real quick. Gotta go over here to not block too much important stuff.
This is indeed the best moment to act. Your partner appears to be quite reliable.
Hey, it's good to see you here, Brandy. Hope you're doing well, and
Demoiselle,
hope you have a good time here with us at the Genshin stream. And I say you said Imperio also.
So you do know something else, Malus.
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the serial disappearances case.
There was a connection.
But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, Demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
Oh, good lord. Us the Forester with all the T-Rex emotes there. Nice. Thank you for using them. For Bondi says, remember to log into HSR. You'll get 800 free jades. I already log into Honkai, daily for the most part.
What?
Damn.
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live.
He really got the worst luck ever.
And the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. But once he passed away, all the danger would pass on to you. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side, and even told some members of Spina di Rosula about the details. But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the evidence with the public. If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
Until just now, when Paimon saved her life, from the Fanta.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
I see. Damn, Navia. She has probably one. I'm not entirely sure about this, but I feel like she has probably one of the most, I guess, tragic lives of any Genshin character.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I want to say at least top 15 or maybe 10.
I'm afraid you're not understanding.
She's gone through
a
lot.
What
Oh, good lord.
wanted to hand to you was not a parasol.
I'm seeing it in OBS. Things are going into the red again.
If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved.
Yeah. Maybe now it's I'm seeing we're pretty close, 8:29, yeah, so as soon as we're done with this cutscene, probably best to leave things off, while we're in the clear somewhat so far before the internet decides to fully just break down.
I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight?
Too prideful, I guess.
He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him.
Also, Quadra says, yeah, OBS is being a bit weird on my end, too. Dang. There's Navia crying again. The amount of time she's had to cry today, good lord. We need to get Navia a therapist.
Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now?
This is a lot of trauma for one person who seems to be, within their young 20s to be dealing with. Good lord. Quadra says, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
just like that, we have hit
true.
8:30, so as soon as we're done with this
set
cutscene...
things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
Ooh, what was it?
It's the location where synth is produced. Essentially, It's the enemy's headquarters.
Well, that's not very subtle.
When he was
Also, real
threatening
humans
the
is
enemy,
no
Boss
cry,
didn't
no
share the
Matias.
specifics of the incriminating evidence he found.
Fair enough.
But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll still have to take several things into consideration.
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
Yeah, we could just do that. I do that all the time.
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization that's been in operation for decades.
We're not from Fontaine, so the primordial seawater, like their biggest asset, does nothing to us.
There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside, nor what people we may be able to capture.
Also, I just want to say, I feel like they actually, so far they're doing the job of, the humans being the problem, or, the regular humans within the region, or at least some of them being a problem in the region better than Sumeru. I don't know, but the idea of a criminal organization in the justice, the region of justice, sounds pretty interesting, and they're doing a really good job with it. But in Sumeru, with the people being the problem, I guess I just didn't like how the people in charge of the academia just kept going unchallenged until we showed up, and then after that, they didn't receive any proper punishment. But also, say, real humans is, it's 8:30, yep. And Forrester says explosives. It would solve their issue. Probably. Get Klee in here. But also, yeah, I see the time, so
But a single
let's
visit
get through
to
this
their
cutscene
headquarters
and
would be
then
tantamount
end
to a
things
formal
here.
declaration of war.
Okay.
The worst case would be that we leave.
Hopefully there's not too much
empty-handed.
left, but I'm not sure.
Also open ourselves up to
Genshin can be
full
very dialogue
retaliation.
heavy.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine authorities?
Also, Forrester says, any problem on Earth or Fontaine can be solved by a careful application of high explosives.
Well, you saw one
A lot
of
of them,
dissolve
yes.
during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Huh. That's true. Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Maloose.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will.
Melissa is basically just her version of Alfred.
I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake.
The Butler
Considering my
characters
relative
are always the
ability,
best in a lot
I've
of
spent my
stories I see
time
them in.
keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you for all of that, Maloose. Have you discovered anything new in the past few years?
Let me think.
Okay,
One
yeah, I was right. The
conclusion I came
dialogue is
to
very
was
heavy
that
in this
the enemy
cutscene,
must
good
be
lord.
quite familiar with Spina di Rosula, or at least have an informant planted here. When I announced orders to the organization's members on
Melas,
Demoiselle's
please.
behalf,
Just
I
give
used
us
to
the
deliberately keep a few
TLDR.
people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors.
Okay, what do you guys think? Should we
If the
skip
vendors
through
didn't
some of
change their
this, or...
plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must
They said
be
they wanted to be
innocent.
back by
If the vendors packed up
8:39, and we have
fled,
5 minutes
however,
left. I don't know.
then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people.
We're hopefully nearing the end,
The
but...
first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most.
Okay, we can skip
Thanks to
that. It's
his
just
position
repeating,
within
this guy
Boss's
he's
innermost
trusted.
circle,
Okay.
He always knew our upcoming plans and could thus avoid capture this whole time. There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie.
Okay.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. The boss helped it to grow to its current size and prominence.
Okay.
In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around. With a
I think
lot
you
of
just stop and
business
log off.
connections in the city.
So, they're like a sister
How do I log off,
organization
though?
of
Like,
Spina di
since
Rosula?
this cutscene is important, so, Do I just, like, exit out, or will that work? I don't know. And you can re-see it when you come back, so, like, can I just exit out of Genshin and it'll work, or... Like, will it just send me back to where I was before? Like, I don't know. Wait, you have to do dailies, I forgot. Yeah. Plus, I also got to farm for Furina's Ascension materials later. So there's also that. Quadrus, just close the game, yeah. Alright. I can do that. But first, I want to find someone to raid, and we can, like, quickly get all of that out of the way. Alright, let's see. Damien Verde, paleontologist VTuber, is doing some mini painting. Alright, let's go check that out. And Quadrus is... Oh no. Wait, what? It'll reset the cutscenes? Okay, yeah, skip. Okay, then.
Yes, it's...
Sorry.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for
I really like the story, but unfortunately, they put one of the largest cutscenes possible at the worst time, so...
And before I forget,
just skip him out.
After that incident, it might
I can't skip, though.
A new case awaits, my dear partner.
They need a skip button in this game, good lord. Okay, there we go. There, we're done. Alright, there we go. Just put Furina up in front, and let's put the raid command in chat now. There we go. Saved by the left mouse button. Alright, before we head off, just want to say again, thank you to everyone who stopped by today. Hope you had a good time here. Hope you had a good time here at the Genshin Impact stream. I said, hope you had a good time here twice, my bad. But I hope to see you next time where we continue the story of Fontaine, and I hope to see you in some of my other streams as well, where we just have a good time here, hanging out, and just being buddies. And until then, I see Real Human says, see ya, Dino. See ya, Real Human. Have a good night, Dino. You have a good night too, Quadra. And to you and everyone else, have a good rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye for actually. I see Forrester also saying night, Dino. Good night to you too, Forrester. And now to you guys and everyone else in chat, all the lurkers, and everyone else. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care. And with the little seahorse idle animation from Furina, perfect way to end it off. Goodbye for now.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?